Hello students, welcome to video classes. So today we are going to discuss about the optical instruments. Actually yesterday also we have started. In the yesterday class we have discussed about the visual angle and the near point and the far point. So the visual angle and the near point and far point are very important to understand about the working of the optical instruments. So the visual angle means the angle subtended by the object at the eye will be called as a visual angle. So the main work of this optical instrument is to increase the visual angle so that we can able to see the objects very clearly, which are very small in size and which are very far from us. Both the objects can be seen when the visual angle will be increases itself. Okay. So the optical instruments, there are so many types of optical instruments are there, but in our syllabus we are going to discuss about the three types of optical instruments. First one is called the simple microscope, second one is the compound microscope, and the third one is the telescope. Okay, these are the three things we are going to discuss, and today we are going to discuss about the simple microscope. Okay, so what is the simple microscope? I think most of you are aware of this simple microscope. Simple microscope means nothing but a magnifying glass. Okay, a magnifying lens will be called as a simple microscope. If one say this is the simple microscope. Okay, in middle there is a convex lens will be placed. Okay, one convex lens, and this is a metal frame that you are going to be holding. To hold it, you are going to have the string here, and the metal frame is going to be arranged. This total arrangement will be called as a simple microscope. So when you are going to see from this, what happened? The object's visual angle is going to be increases. What are the objects which are very small in size? If you are going to see like this, what happened? That object will be appears in large in size. When the object size will be increases, or it is comes near to our eye, visual angle is going to be increases, and we can able to see the objects very clearly itself. Okay, so the simple microscope means nothing but a magnifying lens. Okay, how many lenses will be there? Only one lens, one magnifying lens will be there in the simple microscope. Now today we are going to discuss how it will be works and how can we find out the magnification. And I already told you that every optical instruments will have the two adjustments. One is the near point adjustment and another one is the far point adjustment. Near point adjustment, what happened? The final image will be produced at the least distance of distinct vision. What is the least distance of distinct vision? That is 25 centimeters. Okay, that means in the near point adjustment, the final image will be produced at a distance of 25 centimeters from the lens. Next one is the far point adjustment. In the far point adjustment, what happened? The final image will be produced at the infinitive distance. Then that will be called as a far point adjustment. So in this derivation, in every part, in every optical instrument, first we have to find out the magnification. After that, what is the magnification at the near point and what is the magnification at the far point adjustment? These are the values we have to discuss. And all of you must remember the formulas are very important to solve the problems, and the concepts is also very important. So again, many times I told you in the ray optics, the diagram part will place an important role. And in this one also, in optical instruments also, the diagram part is very important. And most probably you have to concentrate that where you are going to place the object, at what distance you are placing the object, and where the images are forming, and what are the angles, what are the distances. So all you need to concentrate. And after that you need to remember the formulas also, which are more helpful to solve the problems. Okay, so let us start the simple microscope. So when I go to refer to the simple microscope, just now I told you that it is nothing but a magnifying lens. Okay, so here I am going to take a magnifying lens here. So this is a magnifying lens I am taking. Okay, this is a magnifying lens, and let us say that this is the principal axis. Okay, this is the principal axis. If I am going to take a straight line at here, this is the optic center C. Okay, that will represent the optic center C. Okay, now this is the principal axis. Okay, we are taking the principal axis, and this point is the principal focus F. Okay, principal focus F we can represent it by capital F, and the distance between C and F will be represented by small f itself. Okay, so this is the principal focus. The distance between optic center and the principal focus is nothing but the focal length, that can be represented by small f. Okay. Now, when I am going to refer to the working, first what I am taking, I am going to take an object here. This is an object I am taking here. This is the object. This object can be represented by OJ. Okay, the object can be represented by OJ. OJ object I am going to be placed between the principal focus and the optic center. Okay, you must be very careful that where you are going to placing the object. So the object is placed between the principal focus and the optic center. Then what happened? The light rays coming from the object will be passed through the optic center. Let us say that this is the C optic center, and one ray of light which is coming from the optic center does not, any refraction will be there. It will travel in a straight direction like this. So in this direction the rays are going to be traveling here. And one more ray of light I am taking, which ray of light is traveling parallel to the principal axis, and it is going to be incidented here. It is going to be incidented here. And whenever this ray is going to be incidented here, what happened? It will be refracts. And it will be refracts and it will be travels like this. It will refract and it will be travels in this direction. So the two rays of light we are taking. One ray of light is passing through the optic center. It is traveling in a straight line. Another one is the parallel line. It is going to be incidented here. After that it will be refracts. And the ray of light is diverging here. Okay. The ray of light is, converging here. The ray of light is converging towards the principal axis. Now, when you are going to extend these rays, then what happened? The final image is going to be produced. So, if you are going to extend these rays, this rays is going to be coming like this, and here you are going to get the final image. And if you are going to extend this one, it will becomes like this. And here the image is going to be produced. And this image can be represented by IG. Okay, this image can be produced by IG. That means whatever the refracted rays are there, after refracting through the lens, if you can extend back, then the image is going to be formed behind the object at IG. Okay. Now, refer to the diagram, tell me that what is the nature of the image. The image is a virtual. Why it is a virtual? Because it is forming left side of the lens. Behind the object it is forming, that's why it is a virtual. And it is erected and at the same time enlarged. That means a virtual, erected, enlarged image is formed behind the object like this. And whenever you are going to place the object between the principal focus and the optic center, where the image will form at the least distance of distinct vision. That means this distance can be represented by capital D. Okay, this distance can be represented by capital D, which is called the least distance of distinct vision. And this distance will be represented by OC, can be represented by object distance U. What it will be called as a object distance U. So these are the formulas and the object is going to be formed. In this way, in the simple microscope, the images are going to be produced as said here. Okay. So for the derivation part, I am going to do some modifications, small modifications. So whatever the size of the object is there, the same size of the object I am going to be taking at the place of image. So that means I am going to extend this line up to here, and this point will be called as J dash. It is a J and it is a J dash. And again I am going to take a straight line from J dash to the optic center. Like this. Optic center. And what I am doing is, let us say that this angle is alpha. Okay, that angle is alpha. And this angle is beta. Okay, this angle is alpha and this angle is beta. Alpha and beta are there. So beta is the angle made with the IJ dash. Alpha is the angle made with OJ. Okay. So this is the diagram part we are going to be taking here. Okay. Once again, briefly, we are taking the lens. First we are placing the object at the OJ. Then the light coming from the object will fall on the lens and refracts. If the refracted rays will be extended back, you are going to get the image at IG. After that, you are going to take the same size of the object at the place of image, IJ dash, and you are going to take a straight line to the optic center. This angle is beta, this angle is alpha. Okay. So here remember very carefully, here beta represents, oh wait a minute, this is, you can call it as alpha, and this one is beta. Okay. The angle made by the image can be represented by beta. The angle made by the object can be represented by alpha. Beta and alpha. Beta will be more and alpha will be less. Okay. So these are the conditions we are taking. And now we are going to be find out the magnification. Magnification of the simple microscope. So in the three types of the optical instruments, the three different types of the definitions are there for the magnification. So here, how can we define the magnification? All of you must concentrate. So the magnification means nothing but the ratio of, okay, the ratio of the angle made by the image, okay, the ratio of angle made by the image to the angle made by the object when both are placed at the least distance of distinct vision will be called as a magnification of simple microscope. Okay, once again, the angle made by the image to the angle made by the object when both are placed at the least distance of distinct vision will be called as a magnification of simple microscope. Here beta represents angle made by the image, alpha represents angle made by the object, and object you are taking at the least distance of distinct vision, and image is also you are taking at the least distance of distinct vision. That's why, so this is a simple microscope. Now let us write down the formula here. In simple microscope, magnification m is equals to what you can write, beta by alpha. Okay, what you can write, beta by alpha. That is equals to, and we know that if the angles are very small, okay, if the angles are very small, that means whatever this ray you are taking, this ray will be considered as paraxial ray. Okay, this ray will be considered as paraxial ray. And whenever it is a paraxial ray, then what happened? This line is very nearer to the principal axis. Whenever this line is nearer to the principal axis, no problem, no doubt that what happened? Alpha and beta both will be very small in size. When both are very small in size, then beta is also small and alpha is also small. Then beta can be written as tan beta and alpha can be written as tan alpha. Beta can be written as tan beta and alpha can be written as tan alpha. Now, tan beta means which triangle you are going to take? CIG triangle you can take. Tan alpha means which triangle you can take? CIJ dash you can take. Okay, and we know that tan theta means what is our name? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent means it can be written as M is equals to tan beta. Tan beta means big triangle you have to take. IG by IC. Okay, IG by IC. But what is the IC value? D. So that means what I can write? IG by D. So it can be written as IG by D by tan alpha. Tan alpha means what I can take? CIJ dash. CIJ dash means opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent means IJ dash by IC. Again IC means what I can take? D. That means what I can write? You can written as IJ dash by D. IJ dash by D. What is going to be cancelled here? D will be cancelled here. That is equals to what you can write? IG by IJ dash. Okay, IG by IJ dash you are writing. But from the diagram, okay, from the diagram, what is this IJ dash is equals to? OG. That means this IJ dash can be written as OG. So that implies it can be written as the magnification M is equals to IG by OJ. You can call it as the equation number 1. Okay, right up to now we have calculated what is IG by OJ. You can call it as the equation number 1. Okay, so next further we are going for the further step. In the further step, what happens? I am going to take the two triangles which are similar triangles. What are the two triangles I am taking? First triangle I am taking CIG. Okay, first triangle I am taking CIG. Second triangle I am taking COJ. COJ. These two triangles are similar. If the similar triangles are there, then the ratio of the sides will be equal. If the ratio of the sides will be equal, on that condition, what you can write? IG by OJ is equals to IC by OC. So that means what you can write? It can be written as from the triangles, what the triangles are taking? CIG and COJ. If the both are the similar triangles, so we can written as from the triangles CIG and the triangle COJ. Okay, from the triangle COJ. So what we are going to write here? IG by OJ is equals to IG by OJ is equals to, next what you can write? IC by OC. IC by OC. Okay, it may be written as IC by OC. Okay, that is equals to, what is the IC can be written as? IC can be written as D. But what D can write? Plus or minus? Minus we have to write, because the ray of light is traveling right side and we are measuring the distances towards the left side. I think all of you remember the sign conventions. So that's why it will be minus D by OC. OC means what you can write? U. Plus U or minus U? Again minus U. So D by U, that is equals to minus U. Minus minus will be cancelled. That will becomes d by u, and you can call it as a equation number 2. Okay, you can call it as a equation number 2. Now, from this equation, what I calculated, Ig by Oj is equals to what you can write, d by u. And this d by u value, we are going to substitute in the first equation. So, from the first and the second equations, the magnification m is equals to, okay, the magnification m is equals to d by u. Okay, the magnification m is equals to d by u, and you can call it as the equation number 3. This is the magnification of the simple microscope. This is the general magnification of the simple microscope. M is equals to d by u. And you know the terms. What is d represents here? The least distance of distinctive vision. And what is u represents here? The object distance. Okay, this is the magnification. But every optical instrument is going to have the two adjustments we have already discussed. One is the near point adjustment, and the second one is far point adjustment. So now we are going to derive the equation of the magnification when the near point adjustment will be there and when the far point adjustment will be there. Okay, first we are going to discuss about the near point adjustment. And all of you must concentrate when you are going to have the near point adjustment and when you are going to get the far point adjustment. This part is very important for the competitive part also. So, for the near point adjustments, always remember that for near point adjustments, always the object will be placed between the principal focus and the optic center. Okay, when the object is placed between the principal focus and the optic center, then what happened? The final image will be produced at the least distance of distinctive vision, which is capital D, which is 25 centimeters. If you want to produce the far point adjustment means the final image should be formed at the infinitive. I hope all of you understood now. Where should be the object should be placed to get the image at the infinitive distance? No doubt the object should be placed at the principal focus. That means this object will be placed exactly at the principal focus. Then immediately what happened? The final image will be produced at the infinitive distance. Okay, these are the two conditions you need to remember. For near point, the object should be placed between the principal focus and the optic center. For the far point adjustment, the object should be placed at the principal focus, then the image will form at the infinitive distance. First we are going to discuss about the near point. So we are going to refer to the near point. Okay, near point adjustment. In the near point adjustment, the object is placed at here. Okay, let us say that what is u is equals to, you can take minus u. Okay, and what is v is equals to, you can take minus d. Object distance is minus u, image distance is minus d. And now what I am going to produce? The length formula I am going to take. In the length formula, by using the length formula, what I can take? 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Okay, go on, substitute the values here. 1 by f means it can be written as 1 by f only. That is equals to 1 by v. 1 by v means what you can write? Minus 1 by d. Next, u means minus u. Minus into minus will becomes plus 1 by u. Now what I am writing? 1 by u is equals to I am writing. If I am writing 1 by u is equals to 1 by d is going to this side, it will become plus. So that implies 1 by u is equals to 1 by d plus 1 by f. 1 by u is equals to 1 by d plus 1 by f. Now, what I am going to do is, I am going to multiply on both sides with d. Okay, left hand side and right hand side I am going to multiply with d, capital D. Then, that implies this will becomes d by u is equals to, it will becomes d by d plus d by f. Okay, so d by u is equals to d by d plus d by f. So dd is going to be cancelled here. dd is going to be cancelled here, and I am going to call it as the fourth equation. Now, refer to the fourth and the third equations here. Fourth and third equations. Third equation, what is saying? M is equals to d by u. And here d by u is the left hand side. That means at the left hand side, what you can write? M you can write. Right hand side, what will depends? D by d cancels. 1 plus d by f. So that implies what you can write from the third and the fourth equations. Okay, from the third and fourth equations, what you can write? M is equals to 1 plus d by f. M is equals to 1 plus d by f. This is the magnification at the near point. Formula is very, very important. In further derivations also, we are going to use this formula. that is m is equals to 1 plus d by f. This is the magnification at the near point. Can you tell the terms here? M represents magnification, 1 is constant, d least distance of distinctive vision, constant value, what is the value will be? 25 centimeters. F is the focal length of the lens which are going to be used here itself. Okay, this is the near point adjustment. Next we are going to discuss about the far point adjustment. In the case of far point adjustment, okay, in the case of far point adjustment, what are the distances you are going to take? First, what is the condition? The object should be placed at the principal focus. When the object is placed at the principal focus, then what happened? The image is going to be produced at the far point. At the long distance, it will be takes place. That means the object distance u is equals to how much you have to take? Minus u. And image distance v is equals to what you have to take? Infinity. Then the same formula you are going to be considering. 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Substitute the values. At the place of v, what you can write? Infinitive. That means 1 by infinitive. At the place of u, what you can write? Minus u. Minus into minus, it will becomes plus 1 by v. Okay, v value are substituting and u value are substituting. So 1 by f is equals to 1 by infinity. What is this 1 by infinity value? 0. 1 by infinity is 0 and it is 1 by u. That implies what I am going to have? 1 by f is equals to 1 by u. 1 by f is equals to 1 by u. Again, I am going to multiply both sides with d. Then what happens? It becomes d by u is equals to d by f. D by u is equals to d by f. So I am going to call it as the equation number 5. Okay, equation number 5. Now compare the third and the fifth equations. When I go to compare the third and the fifth equations, at the place of d by u, what you can write? M. So from the third and the fifth equations, what you can write? M is equals to d by f. This is the magnification of the simple microscope at far point adjustment. So this is the derivation of the simple microscope. So the derivation is not much more important, but the formulas are very important, and the important is what is the near point adjustment and what is the far point adjustment in the case of simple microscope. Okay, so remember these formulas. General formula of magnification, m is equals to d by u. This is the general formula. In the case of near point adjustment, m is equals to 1 plus d by f. In the case of far point adjustment, m is equals to d by f. These two formulas you need to remember, because in the further compound microscope and the telescope, we are going to use the same formulas for the magnification of the lenses itself. Okay, this is the simple microscope. What does a simple microscope means? Simple microscope means nothing but a magnifying lens is called a simple microscope. Okay, so that's all for today. See you in the next class.